What's up, guys? This is Ofo, and this is an overused match using a new team I just made, and it's against ThatsMyLatios. I'm pretty sure that was his name. I met him on the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. Looking at the teams, I noticed that he has two pretty good walls in the form of Gliscor and Fairthorn, and Fairthorn always gives my team a little bit of trouble. Gengar and Selby can handle it pretty well, but obviously. Heatran is going to probably be the best counter to it. I leave with my Celebi. I know that he's probably going to be threatened out by the HP Fire, but on life chance he's scuffed or something, I want to switch, not wanting to get hit by that U-turn. So, knowing I can't even hurt him anyway, because I actually have HP Ice. We both switch, though. He goes into his Taurus, I go into my Gastrodon. I do just go for the Scald, knowing that he might, a lot of things, he has 3 guys on his team, in the form of Rotom Wash, Gengar, and a flying type, I believe. No, that doesn't even get hit by the Earthquake, so I just go for Scald. He brings this Fairthorn, can't do anything to that, so I decided to switch out into my Heatran. It does, because he can't do anything to me, you know, I have 4 times this Gyro Ball and 4 times his Power Whip. I just go for Stealth Rocks, knowing that I'm not really scared of anything. He brings his Run and Wash. I do go for Protect, thinking he's probably want to go for Hydro Pump, but you know, might as well just Scout anyway. So now I switch out, go to my Gastro. So, because unless he has HP Grass, I'm immune to both his Hydro Pump and Thunderbolt. So I really don't have to be scared of this guy at all. And, so despite me actually being a physically defensive Gastrodon, I can, you know, take his hits really, really well. He goes for Will-O-Wisp. It actually misses, unfortunately. Although I don't know how much that really mattered in the long run. I do hit my Toxic, luckily. So I went for Toxic because I really can't do much else to him. You know, I have my Earthquake's obviously going to be, he's going to be immune to it, and my Scald is resisted. So even after that +1 from Storm Drain, it's not going to do that much. So he does get me burned, and then decide to switch out, knowing he can't do much to me. I just decided to stay in, and I actually go for an Earthquake, predicting the switch. I wasn't sure what he was going to go into. I thought he might go into his Fairthorn. Instead, he goes into his Scissor, and that does nothing. And by that damage, I'm thinking it actually might be more physically defensive. I don't know, but it's weird that it does that much damage. So he goes for U-turn here, and that does a lot, and by that damage, I know that he's probably banded. So, he does switch out, goes into his Tauros. I just go for a Scald. The reason I stayed in with Gastro is because it's probably my best guy to take a hit. Although, because, I mean, he's not too important, and also, you know, he's burned, so his survivability is already limited. Despite that, I do decide to switch out, to save him. Go into my, Heatran, to take the Rock Climb, knowing that it's probably my best thing to take it. I know that I am especially defensive to physically defensive, but I can still take it all the same, and I do have a plan. Now I know he's going to go for Earthquake, so I do switch out into my Staraptor on the predicted Earthquake. I do predict right, and so now I can just take him out with a U-turn because I am actually Scarfed. I would outspeed anyway, but, you know, if he was Scarfed or something, you know, it's just a more safe play. So now I go to my Gengar, knowing he's my fastest guy, and he can outspeed everyone on his team, on the opponent's team, other than his own Gengar. So I do decide to stay in just to risk the speed tie, and he does actually win it, and he goes Shadow Ball, and that will take me out. But I thought, like, I assumed that was a speed tie, but seeing no leftovers or Life Orb, I actually think he might be Scarfed because of the fact he outsped. It could be a speed tie, it could be Specs or something, but I'm pretty sure it's Choice, so I go into my Staraptor to be immune to that, and I just go for the Brave Bird. I didn't want to go for U-turn because I thought he might actually predict me to go for that, stay in, and then, you know, I don't want anyone taking a Shadow Ball, really. He does go into his Gliscor. That does do over half, but I know he can Protect, get that Toxic up, and he will be able to just outlive me. So I do go to my Celebi on the predicted Protect. He does get his Poison Heal, but like I said, I do have HP Ice, but I don't really feel like revealing that quite yet, so I do go for Nasty Plot. The reason I have HP Ice on Celebi over HP Fire is because I don't have any other Ice types on this team, and He's pretty much my surprise counter to most dragons, but I do go for Nasty Plot on the predicted protect, because this way I can just go for Psychic without revealing my HBIs. Because I don't want him bringing in his Ferrothorn against this Celebi, because he probably won't, if he thinks I have HP Fire, which is most common. So he brings in his Road and Wash to die. I take out with the Psychic. And now I'm thinking this guy is scuffed, especially because he brought it in. I mean, well, he'd outspeed anyway, but still, I'm thinking he's scuffed, or if not, he'll outspeed me anyway. So I do bring it in my special defensive Heatran. Do take that pretty well after the resist. So now I know he's probably going to want to switch out because, like I said, I'm thinking he's scuffed. So I do just go for Roar. Yeah, I know he's going to switch, but because he brought in his Ferrothorn, it would have been actually nice if I had just gone for, what is it called? I can't remember what the fire move, well, a fire move, whatever that's called. I do switch out here because he brings in his Gliscor. Obviously, I'm not going to be taking Earthquakes. I decide not to protect, just because I don't know, I just didn't. And I bring in my Gastrodon, thinking I might be able to live this, but, I mean, pretty much as fodder. I mean, yeah, I didn't really want anything else taking that, and I didn't want to bring my Staraptor on that in case he went for Ice Fang, and I don't want to be taking Stealth Rock damage. So I'm going to my Celebi because I do have HP Ice, like I mentioned, but I do actually go for it this time because I'm thinking he might just want to stay in. So I do put in Power, and he brings his Ferrothorn. So that really sucks because he brought in his Ferrothorn. He now knows that he doesn't know what it is, but he knows it's not fire, and he can probably derive from the fact I went for it against Gliscor's HP Ice. So I do switch because I'm pretty much walled by Ferrothorn, and I go into my Heatran, which is the best counter to Ferrothorn pretty much there is, because you, like I said, resists both of his stabs, and 4 times resists both of his stabs. And so that crit Gyro Ball did pretty much nothing, and I can threaten it out with a 4 times effective Lava Plume. That's what I was looking for earlier. I do just go for it because it will hit both his Ferrothorn and his Scissor for super effective damage, and his Gengar's not going to be wanting to take it anyway. Either. So right now he's running out of Pokemon that really wants to deal with this Heatran. Gliscor is probably the only thing, although it won't appreciate the Lava Plume. I do go for Protect here, just to get some leftovers. It would have sucked if he went for like Swords Dance or something, but I decided that I wanted that leftovers, so my survivability was can go up a little bit. Now I switch out, knowing that I don't want to be dying to an Earthquake. Go on my Celebi, who can take Earthquake really well. And even if you decide to go for Ice Fang, predicting that, I can still take that pretty well as well. So here I do just go for Hidden Power Ice again, because I don't really feel any reason not to. And he actually does stay in, which is probably a misplay. He probably should have switched out into Scissor or Ferrothorn. Both of them could have probably, not Ferrothorn, into his Scissor, because he could have taken it pretty well. Now he goes into his Gengar. I do just leave my Celebi in to die because I don't want anything else taking a Shadow Ball. And so, now that he's locked into that, I can just go into my Staraptor, and he has a choice here. He could either switch out into his Scissor to take that, or he could stay in, leave his Gengar in to die, and then try his luck with his Scissor. Because I do have 3 Pokemon left. I have the Staraptor, I have my Heatran, and I actually do have my Haxorus, which I haven't even showed yet. He does opt to switch out into his Scissor, I guess thinking that his Gengar had a better chance of taking on my team than his Scissor. So now I could be doing my Heatran over my Haxorus, because I don't know why. I could have done either. I do go for Protect here just to get some leftovers recovery. I probably couldn't survive either way. Well, I know I couldn't survive either way, despite me being, very specially defensive. But he actually misses the Focus Blast right off the bat, and I am able to take him out with a Lava Plume. Now, even if he had taken me out there, I did have full health Haxorus left, and I did do some damage calcs, and he would have, my Haxorus, no, okay, a Focus Blast against a Haxorus does anywhere from 60 to 70% approximately, so it would have been a 2-hit KO, and so pretty much he had to count on hitting 2 Focus Blasts, and he had to count on my dual shot missing, which is 90% accurate. So he did have a chance to win, but it really wasn't that significant of a chance. So that miss didn't matter too much. But nonetheless, it was a really good game. I had a really fun time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. But with that being said, I think it's time for me to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.